Hey guys, what's going on? This is Adrian. Welcome back to the Stonerd Podcast. Thanks for hanging out with me, chilling at home. What are you doing? You smoking? Are you smoking there or are you working? Are you getting ready to work? Alright, just watch out that chicken on the side there. You don't want to burn that chicken. Anyways, thank you for listening. Let's jump into the episode breakdown. Today I'm going to tell you about my red lipstick story. And then I'm going to tell you about the fights that happened over the weekend, the pay-per-view. And then I'm going to move on to some quickie news. Let's get it. Do you remember when you were a kid and didn't use chapstick, lip balm, or lip gloss? Any of those, whatever you call them. They go by different names, but chapstick is one of the main ones that I use. Remember that when you were a kid and you didn't use none of those? And then one day your lips were fucking cracked and ashy, and so you got introduced to chapstick. And ever since that moment, you couldn't stop putting chapstick on. They must put a drying agent on those lip products, because I can't go 2 hours without putting some sort of grease or moisturizer on my lips. Maybe they just infused them with cocaine or something. That's how we end up addicted to this shit. I'm always checking my pockets for either my phone, keys, or chapstick. That's the order of things. I can use the key to go back home and get my phone in case I forget my phone. Or use my phone to call someone to open the door for me because I forgot my keys. But what do you do if you don't have a chapstick? You can use saliva like a rookie, because we all know that just makes things worse. You can use Vaseline or Vapor Rub, which is similar but with menthol. That's for all my smokers out there. Or is that a boomer flavor? I don't know. What are the kids doing today? I think the kids love fruity flavors now. Mango is a good one, right? Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. You can do one of those things. Or, if you're me, you can go into a store and buy a red lipstick. Because I'm an idiot. I could tell you the name of the store that I went, but I'm not gonna do it here because this is not about them. Although they are dropping the ball. Their selection is really small, and they have the way they divided the products is like, different than some of the stores that I've been to in the past. They haven't like all divided, like they're not together. Because I was looking for chapstick, and I must have gone to 3 different aisles where they had some sort of lip care, lip balm area where they had these things, and I didn't find chapstick in any of those areas. All I found was this one that said moisturize your lips, and it had a cherry flavor. Because I don't know if this makes me a little bit of a homo, but I kind of like cherry. Like when the lip balm or the chapstick has like the cherry flavor, because I like cherry. So hey, sue me, all right? I like cherry, so I saw this one that said cherry flavor moisturizer for your lips or whatever. I got it, not knowing what the hell. I knew I done fucked up when I put it on and it tasted like dirt. And somebody needed to say this, and I think I'm gonna have to be the one to say it. Lipstick tastes like dirt. Nobody can convince me otherwise. Women use it. I don't know, it must be purely for the look, because once you put it on your lips, at some point, you end up tasting the fucking thing, and it legit tastes like dirt. Don't ask me how I know it tastes like dirt, but just know if you went outside and got a handful of dirt and just ate it, that's how it tastes. I have made out with a few girls. I'm not bragging, I just made out a few times. And in my experience, I have found that lipstick is the worst thing a girl can wear on her lips. Myself, I'm a fan of lip gloss. Again, if they have that cherry flavor, which I guess is how I got into the cherry flavor, because some girl that I knew from my past, she used to use the cherry flavor one, and obviously kissing with a flavor of cherry is better than just tasting dirt. Someone needed to say it, and I just said it. So there you have it. I didn't return it because I opened the package, and by then it was too late. So it also cost like $3 for this little thing. So whatever, it's $3. I'm not gonna throw it away. So I'm actually using the fucking thing. It's red lipstick. So when I put it on, it gives me this like red, hue. But what I'm doing to kind of fix that, when I put it on, I use like a napkin or something and rub the excess off, so it doesn't look like my fucking lips are painted red. My advantage is that my lips are like a very dark red. Like my lips are almost purple. So it doesn't look as noticeable. If I were to be like light skin or white, you could clearly see that I have red lipstick on. But since I'm a dark skin Latino, you can't really tell. But yeah, so that's it. That's my story. I bought a red lipstick, and now I'm just gonna have to use it until I finish it. But if I'm lucky, I'm gonna lose the fucking thing, and then I don't have to finish it. Because that's another thing. I think I only finished a chapstick once, where I went from like beginning to end of the bar. I've never done it in such a way where I finish all of them. I always lose them and then have to buy another one. I think the mystery of the chapstick is bigger than the socks disappearing when you do laundry. You don't know where they fucking go. But I buy one of them every other week. I keep losing them. And then I was being really good for like a little while. I had one in my car, one at home, one at work. I had just chopsticks everywhere. I was like, oh, just in case I forget, I have one everywhere. And then little by little, I started losing all of them. And I wasn't replacing them. So now I'm at the point where I don't have any of them. And so I was forced to buy this red lipstick. By mistake, of course. That's not my thing, but fuck it, man. I'm just gonna fucking keep wearing it. And I'm gonna try to finish it, because that's my fucking money, man. I paid some good money. $3.99, I think it was. And so I'm just gonna do it. Unless, like I said, I lose the damn thing. In which case, I guess, that's that. But yeah, guys, that's my story. What can you do? Alright, moving on. Did anybody watch the fights that went on over the weekend? I know that Mike Tyson and what's the name of the other dude? Roy were fighting for the heavyweight or whatever. I think it was an exhibition match and they weren't supposed to actually fight. And some people were mad because they paid the pay-per-view and they were like, oh, that was a shitty fight. But it was an exhibition fight. Like, what do you expect? And also, I decided that after Conor McGregor fought Mayweather, I wasn't gonna pay for no fucking boxing match. You rarely get your money's worth. As soon as they advertised the fight, I was like, well, I'm not gonna get that. I'll just wait for people on social media to show me clips of the fight. And that's exactly what happened. I just started watching like the clips of the fight, and most of the memes were saying that it looks like two uncles fighting at a barbecue. And I think Snoop Dogg said that because, if you guys didn't know, Snoop Dogg was the one who was the announcer of the fight or something like that. He was like commentating on the fight. So, sorry for the people who were disappointed. And everybody went home in one piece. Nobody got knocked out. Unlike that other fight where that YouTuber, Jake Paul, knocked the hell out of that guy who plays for the Knicks. I think his name is Nate Robinson. Dude, that shit looked bad. Like, he sent the dude to sleep, bro. And you know what the problem is? When people think of Jake Paul, they're like, oh, he's a YouTuber, he's some white kid or whatever. And people don't understand that he has a lot of money. And with that money, he hired like one of the best boxing coaches money can get you. And he fucking put on a clinic. I'm sounding right now like Joe Rogan. But yeah, there's no other way to describe her. There's no other way to describe it other than the dude just put on a clinic and just destroy this dude who thought he was just gonna come in and beat Jake Paul's ass. And, I'm not a fan of Jake Paul. Based on the videos that he posts and things that he says, he seems like a douchebag. But the fucking kid can fight, man. What can I say? The fucking kid can fight. And he went there prepared. And that's the thing. You underestimate this kid and you didn't know that he was gonna fucking hire some fucking boxing coach that was gonna put this kid like on another level. And you went there unprepared, thinking you from the streets. I think he knocked him out a couple of times. And I think the first time he got up and tried to fight back. But the last time, that was it. He fucking laid him down flat. And the doctors came in, tried to grab his hands. He was gone. So the moral of the story is, if you go on a ring, you gotta be prepared because you don't know how prepared the other guy is. You cannot rely on the fact that you're from the streets. That's the same thing that happened with Kimbo Slice. Remember Kimbo Slice? He used to be this guy who was famous for having these street fights, and he was like knocking dudes out and fucking people up. And then he got into the UFC and he got his ass handed to him. Like, he had a very short-lived career because he wasn't ready for that shit. So yeah, man, you gotta be prepared. You cannot go into a ring thinking that you the shit, thinking that you the fucking guy. Because the ring is a different game than the street. That dude got humble, man. I think he's gonna see Jake Paul on a different light now. Shit. Anyway, that's all I had on that. And now let's move on to the quickie news. Looks like Biden might be working on a tax hike. Liberals love to raise taxes. Although I don't know how much that will affect me, because usually they want to take from the rich and give to the poor. That whole gimmick. And on the flip side of that coin, some guy named Ricky stole the lawsuit paperwork that was meant for Donald Trump. And because of that, his lawsuit is now gonna be delayed, which is so funny. Now people are just trying to find this dude named Ricky. So, hey, that's a ride or die right there. A couple in New York got charged for trying to force 2 Korean women to do prostitution. How you even go about doing something like that? Jesus. Warren Buffett has some advice for people when it comes to spending their stimulus check. And he says that you should pay credit cards. If you had any outstanding balance, pay it off. That also reminds me that inflation is a thing and that it will probably come back to haunt us. So, yeah. And on that disappointing note, that's where we have to end the episode today. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you on the next one.